Good morning, everyone. Today I wanted to do my presentation on North and South America in regards to migration of music. So I kind of wanted to tie a little bit of this into my life. So I lived down in North Carolina with my mom for a little while, um, and I also went to New York City, which is the picture on the right. And I took that amazing picture from one of the hotel rooms. But I wanted to tie in both of the cultures in these two areas. So, for instance, my picture on the left, which is my horse Brandy, she is an amazing horse. I love her to death. She lives in North Carolina, obviously, with my mom, like I stated. And while I was there living for a little while, she really made me realize what life is like down there. The accents, the family presentation. And what I mean by that is everyone that I came in contact with down in North Carolina, they always said, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And they were always proper. They seemed very family oriented and focused on the good in everybody. They even called each other baby and hey sweetheart, It was it was very weird because living in Ohio, when you say that to somebody, they kind of look at you like that's kind of weird. Don't call me baby, and stuff like that. But it was really different seeing their point of view down there. And on the right, the picture in New York, seeing all those tall buildings and the streets constantly being overflowing with people and cars and taxis, they had more of a Yankee uh, voice and they were angry a lot. Uh, they were completely different than living in North Carolina. So you can see the difference in the two country style versus like living in the inner city. So tying that in with the biological and cultural evolution, we obviously know that biological is more of the like inherited traits and adaptations, and cultural is more social change. So relating both of those to like my reason for the presentation with music would be that like with biological you see how far music has actually come, and for cultural I will be talking about how it has evolved from more of a like a simple to complex within all the societies that you see around here. So tying in with my theory, I bring in North America and South America, and mostly looking at the differences in these two areas when it comes to migration of music. So in the history of music, you really see a difference in where it first started. So, for instance, the picture that I have there with the recorder, I like the CDs and everything. It's crazy to see how much we have uh, updated on technology, and we go from the player to the CD player, and then you go to the iPhone, and you're like, wow, that's such a change. And looking also into the music part of it, it also goes by like the change, like how you want your music to be, what you want your music to be, your likes and dislikes of music, and simply just the taste on what you like. You could like rock, you could like country, you could like rock and roll and pop, R&B, stuff like that. You can really change and see which one you like. That's more the society and the cultural change and what I'm trying to get at. So looking at North America, North America has about 23 independent countries. It's actually really cool to see how actually large it is. And obviously, the larger the country, the more people that are going to be there. So, more people to kind of bond with each other, talk, and just kind of figure out what is liked, what is not liked. So, in North America, the most liked music genre was rock and roll, pop, and country. Comparing this though to South America, there's only 12. So 12 compared to 23, there's obviously going to be less people. So the music genre list for this area was Latin music, so like salsa, tango, and comparing that to North America, like tango is mostly performed in ballrooms, and I cannot tell you what ballroom I know in North America. I have no idea, but it's pretty cool to think that these things were actually performed in like ballrooms and all these pretty, actually really cool places. And that leads us into the migration portion of it. So with migration, it it helps with the culture change and cross culture breeding, stuff like that. What I stated in the last slide is all these people that are coming over, like with nowadays, right now, the migration across the border and how it has increased every single day. Well, those people leave their mark on society, just like how we do. We leave our mark and it makes us so diverse. It's crazy to see how many people make the United States, North America, South America, the way that we are. And it's crazy how we have evolved over those thousands of years of migration of people coming from South America to North America or North America to South America. And it is also important to bring in the migration in schools. So kids are more likely to be exposed to different kinds of cultures at school. And this is very, very important because at a young age, you want to have a good childhood. You want to grow up with a good mindset. And I feel like in schools, migration and discussing like their background and their heritage is important to put out there and make them know that they are important and that they are perfect for who they are. And even music, it helps express who they are. So, in conclusion, wrapping this up, Native Americans and Latin Americans, with their music, it doesn't matter where they came from, it doesn't matter who they learned what from. Whatever it does, it makes our area and our lives diverse. And it's crazy to see what migration has done to music genres around the world. And also the biological and cultural evolution part of it, the social change and cultural background of the people. It's just crazy to think, wow, even if I go to my ancestors, where do you think they came from and how does that make me who I am today? So maybe you should think to yourselves, am I who I am because of my ancestors or am I who I am because of who I am today? Thank you.